My dear friends in Christ, this Sunday we celebrate the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. The liturgical year is drawing fast to a close. The readings the next several weeks will be about the Last Judgment. Today we hear the parable about the 10 virgins, 5 wise and 5 foolish. They are preparing for the great wedding feast and for the arrival of the bridegroom. The bridegroom is obviously Christ at the end of time, when he comes again in his majesty, in his glory. He will judge the living and the dead. The 10 virgins represent the church, those who have been born anew through the waters of baptism. They have to await the return of the bridegroom, and they have to have enough oil until he arrives. Oil for their lamps, oil which will light the house. Otherwise, they won't know when he is coming. Everything will be dark. 5 are considered wise and 5 foolish. The 5 wise virgins bring enough oil with them. This is a sign of great perseverance. The 5 foolish virgins do not prepare well for the coming of the bridegroom. They do not persevere in the true call to beatitude and union with the Lord. And so they fall away. They're foolish, and then they panic. And they want some of the other virgins' oil. But the other virgins want to wait. They are vigilant in keeping watch for their beloved. And so the 5 foolish go out to try to get more oil, but it's too late. The door is locked and they are kept outside, and they miss out on the great feast. For us, the message is clear. We have been given a great gift by God, the gift of faith, the gift of being his child through the waters of baptism, the gift of being a member of his church. But do we keep watch? Are our hearts virginal hearts, like Mary's was, attentive, so that when the angel Gabriel appeared to her, she could say yes, she could listen carefully? Or are our hearts easily distracted by the things of the world? Do we persevere in longing, in our desire for Christ? Or instead, do we give in to the desires and pleasures of this world and squander the gifts God has given us and then not be prepared in the end? The question for us is, do we want to rejoice at the feast at the end? If we do, then we will prepare well now by cultivating the virtues, by persevering in our faith, by really trying to prioritize those things that are truly important to us. Our relationship with the living God, our relationship with our family, and our own vocation by which we encounter God and through which we glorify God. Our concern for the poor and the less fortunate, for the vulnerable members of our society. Do we also fill our lamps with oil, the oil of prayer, the oil of the sacraments, the oil of the wisdom that comes from the fathers of the church and from our tradition? Do we prepare well to wait the Lord? When the bridegroom comes, let us be prepared and let us go out to greet him with great joy. In baptism, we were all given a candle, and we were told, keep the flame of faith burning brightly. May our flames always burn brightly as we go forth to meet the Lord, the bridegroom, the true love of our hearts.